I believe that humans are causing climate change. I believe we are on track for a 6th mass extinction. And I believe the only way we can avoid it is if every single human being on this planet mobilizes in a way that we have not mobilized since World War II across every single sector to save our planet. And as was said, it's not so much about saving our planet, but saving ourselves on this planet.
We are Sustain Our Abilities.
Somos el equipo de Sustain Our Abilities.
We are Sustain Our Abilities.
We are Sustain Our Abilities.
We sustain our abilities.
हम लोग sustain our abilities से हैं. हम समझते
sustain our abilities. Credem că peste tot.
Mother to sustain our abilities.
We also believe climate change is the biggest issue.
Tendrán que enfrentar las personas con discapacidad en el futuro.
My disability is spinal muscular atrophy. I've had it all my life, but it's slowly progressive. So I need a lot of help. And I have attendants. My main attendant lives here with me. Climate change is not up for debate. It's a reality. I mean, like in one day, you'll have temperatures in the 80s, and a few hours later, it'll be in the 40s. That didn't used to happen 20 years ago here. The winters are getting worse. The summers are getting hotter. Snow levels are getting deeper. If you are in the street on a day when it's 105 degrees and your battery runs out, you're literally gonna fry. Don't count on generators. You have to have them close enough to the house to reach, the cords to reach. But then you get all the fumes coming in through your open windows. It's not the time to be afraid. Now is the time to plan. Look to the long term. That's the only real solution for generations, for ourselves and generations to come. This is moving very, very quickly.
And we didn't have any refrigeration we had no power for 6 months in my house. 6 months we were, initially after the storm was gasoline in the cars. Days and days of waiting in line to get gasoline in your car and staying hours sleeping in your car to get $20 worth of rational gas. And everyone was so crafty and learning all these new tricks, and you would come home and you'd be like, holy crap, I have washing machine so I can do your laundry, and you have this. And so you were sharing and doing things and like talking to the neighbors, which you never ever talked to. And you would go out to the street as the sun would set and everything was calm. Everything, because it was like the old days. What were you going to do? You know, you're not going to watch TV. You're going to go home at night and maybe play some board games and talk and like.
Hola, mi nombre es Mateo. En la escuela me han enseñado sobre el cambio climático y creo que debemos de cambiar nuestras acciones para no hacer más daño al planeta donde vivimos.
Mateo, mi hijo, usa férulas, usa una silla.
Buenas tardes, mi nombre es Roberto Collazo, mi edad es 37 años, del pueblo de Naguabo, Puerto Rico. Mi lesión es T12.
Buenas tardes, mi nombre es Luis de Jesús Sánchez, resido en el pueblo de Yabucoa, Puerto Rico. Llevo 31 años de lesionado por un accidente automovilístico.
Nosotros vivimos en un área de playa donde cada año tenemos la temporada de arribo de huracanes. Hemos visto que entre más pasa el tiempo, los huracanes llegan con más potencia y eso hace que nuestra comunidad se padezca de muchas cosas.
Yo entiendo que nosotros, como en cuestión del clima o la temperatura, pues nosotros no regulamos eso. El porciento mayor de lesiones espinal no regulan su temperatura. Yo entiendo que nosotros, como tal, el que tiene un aire acondicionado, alguna facilidad de un abanico, pues puede utilizarlo para seguir la electricidad, no. Para poder proteger la salud de uno, el cuerpo, la úlcera, la condición que se puede agravar por el calor, la temperatura tan frustrante que nosotros no podemos soportar o el cuerpo no puede tolerar.
Estamos rodeados de mar. Aquí padecemos mucho del sistema de agua potable. Rara vez tenemos agua en nuestra casa, tal vez 2 veces al mes. Y esto, cuando se tiene una persona con discapacidad en la casa, pues esto es un foco de alerta roja para toda su salud en general.
Uno ve las noticias y dice, a lo mejor eso no viene, pero ya cuando llegó, pues el impacto fue fuerte, pero uno se prepara, pero no como debería prepararse. Durante el huracán, que fue impactante, empecé a grabar con mi celular y vi cuando la terraza, la parte de atrás de mi casa, se iba el zinc, se me empezó a llenar el apartamento de agua, yo estaba solo, en la marquesina estaba los vehículos y uno de los carros que picó agua, empezó a levantarse el cajón y de verdad que eso fue impactante. Sinceramente me asusté, tuve miedo.
Cuando pasa un huracán fuerte, nos quedamos sin luz, hemos estado como más de 13 días sin luz, sin alimentos, porque las vías terrestres se paralizan, se derrumban. También la deficiencia del servicio de agua potable. Son muchos factores que a todas las personas nos impactan, y más cuando hay alguna persona con alguna situación de vulnerabilidad, como es alguna discapacidad.
Cuando ya el huracán pasa, que uno sale de la casa, ve el impacto total, donde no hay paso en las carreteras, donde la casa de uno está destruida, donde el ascensor, el elevador, se dañó porque el impacto fue bien fuerte, lo destruyó. Y tú miras alrededor y es impactante.
Se entra mucho el agua para acá y pues tengo que batallar para subirme a los escalones o así para que no me entre el agua a la silla. Se hace mucho lodo y no puedo andar por aquí. La luz se va mucho. Me afecta porque luego, como tenemos ventilador, me caloriza un poco.
Pasado huracán en día siguiente y términos de meses o años, o ahora actualmente, pues el factor económico.
A 2 años ya, luego de 2 años y pico, ¿verdad? Del huracán ya de María, todavía no me he recuperado económicamente, todavía el ascensor no me funciona. El impacto económicamente ha sido muy, muy fuerte. Como lesionado del cordón espinal, queremos educar a las personas que puedan usar placas solares, que es un motivo donde creo que puede ayudar mucho al planeta.
This summer in particular has been really bad, and the fires have not been in my area here in Reno, Nevada. They've been coming from California, about 40 miles away, 40, 50 miles away. But the smoke has been so bad in my house, I wake up and my eyes are burning and watering, my throat's burning, my sinuses are on fire. I'm having trouble just going about. I'm having the neuro fatigue, trying to have a hard time focus and get a hold of things, which is influencing my function and the way I can live, let alone I can't go outside and do anything. I'm going stir crazy as I'm stuck in the house and at home. Feels like the walls are closing in. Because when I go outside, I mean, eyes are watering so bad, I shouldn't even be driving my vehicle. It's so dangerous, I can't even see, let alone just the adverse health effects of breathing in that thick smoke or the ash actually falling in Reno from fires that aren't even nearby. That's how bad the winds have been, or how bad those fires are actually causing the smoke in the area. And so pretty much all summer, I've just been stuck in the house. And that has been really, really hard on me mentally and physically. And, you know, just being a happy, smiley guy, just that's not going on when you're just stuck inside and you look outside and it looks like an apocalypse is going on. And so, like I said, I just had to stay at home and do the best I could for myself. Mm-hmm. And led to, I don't know, some bad sore throats, a lot of coughing, a lot of just, I felt sick, even though it was just, I know it was smoke inhalation, but there was nowhere to go. There was no way to get away from it, even being in the house.
I had a very bad experience when I was, when the hurricane came on the 20th of September, because I was all by myself and I just got my leg cut off. The hurricane hit us hard. Where I live, the house is it's a cement house, but the water came into the windows, and I was for 3 days taking out water. I had no help at all. I have family, but my family had their things to do. So I just, little by little, day by day, taking out water out of my house.
Climate change has really affected persons with disabilities in more ways than we can ever imagine. Many of them during flooding are left behind by their carers, and they are left without mobility aids. They are left behind without information of what was going on at a certain time. Persons with disabilities being left behind during the emergencies is really unfortunate. But their needs also need to be met. There are persons who need medicine, who need mobility aids, but people don't know because that's not what they're after at that point in time. They may have relief programs for those affected by such, but unfortunately, there is no consideration whatsoever for the needs of persons with disabilities.
People with disability needs all these efficiency equipments for their life and their livings, because for example for him it's so much important because he depends on it. If we don't have any electricity, he can die. All his equipment, they have no batteries, and it's going to be a very difficult situation. And so I understand that yes, we need this kind of services for people with disability with the climate change. For example, he can stay here for a while with this temperature right now that is cool, but Puerto Rico is a very hot place. And going around every single day with these so high temperatures cause him fatigue. And it's very difficult to him being productivity in that situation. So also at the house, he's all the time with air conditioning, trying to help him to breathe a little better. So it's very important that consider climate change, not in these other things that comes around in the news, because they are important, all are important, but these people need a little more help.
So we maintain a vulnerable patient list that we reach out to these patients before hurricane season starts. We reach out to them by letter and then ask them to call us if they have any concerns, but the letter reminds them of basic preparation strategies and making sure that they are registered both with their electrical supply company as well as with the county if they need assistance evacuating. We did bring several into the hospital because they depend on paid care providers that were needing to take care of their own families. So I had a couple of patients that are on ventilators or that are completely dependent on their paid caregivers that needed to come in.
Right now, we have formed a group of persons with disabilities with interest who are going to start advocating and also educating people on climate change.
Find out about a Day for Tomorrow event where we can all start taking action and start talking about the importance of saving ourselves and saving the climate.
When society is in crisis, it's people with disabilities who will be the first to suffer and die.
Visit us at sustainourabilities.org.
Και ελάτε μαζί μας να γιορτάσουμε τη ημέρα του αύριο στις 22 Οκτωβρίου του 2021.